The federal constituency. Honorable Obiagocha, after me, he will make his comment, and leaders of the opposition political parties who are also here led by Gosin and our traditional ruler. I personally received the news of the rejection of the bail application with sadness. It was unnecessary. We lost an opportunity to commence the process of healing in our land. That bail application would have opened door of opportunity that would have brought stability in our place and opened door for conversation to resolve all issues that have led us to this point. And it's so painful that this is coming at a time that few weeks ago, the federal government, on its own, in exercise of its constitutional power, discontinued the trump-up criminal charges filed against Sowore, the Attorney General, in exercising those powers under Section 174. And we're also aware that the same federal government has allowed Sunday Igboho also back home, where he's with his people. So it's so painful that whenever it has to do with an Igbo man, there is different interpretations and different reasons for you to keeping the person in detention. So that is why we say it's so painful. And as a federal lawmaker, I'm calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to allow the moment to pass him by. That what the president should do is to invoke the powers given to him and the Attorney General in particular under Section 174, 1C of the Constitution to discontinue these charges that have been filed against Nnamdi Kanu. And if you go by Section 174C, that this can be discontinued on basis of justice and public interest. It is in public interest and it is in interest of justice that the federal government discontinues this trial. And it's also painful for us that this bail application was rejected, but we hope that President Muhammad Buhari should take the moment and discontinue this trial. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should discontinue this trial. And I'll let my brother, Honorable Obiagocha, who is representing Nnamdi Kanu, the House of Representatives, to make his comment and gossip.
Thank you very much. No my north, no my south. Take a one name Kuramwana Chitanya, Mazen Nnamdi. Well, Igbo is allowed, is a constitutional language. I can speak Igbo in the chamber of the National Assembly. But however, let me speak in English. It's very sad, like my brother said, that there are two separate rules, one for other Nigerians and one for the Igbo man. Nigeria appears to still be in distrust and uncomfortable with the Igbo man. And all the Igbo man wants is, full development and aspirational goals for all persons, regardless of, ethnicity, religion, or gender. We are very saddened about today. Like my brother said, this is a unique opportunity that has been missed, that would have been the basis for peace and reconciliation in the Southeast. All the agitations that are happening in the Southeast, all the crime and criminality, banditry, kidnapping that are happening in the Southeast is because of the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of people are using his name to commit all these crimes and criminality. The peace in the Southeast, or peace in Nigeria, cannot go anywhere without the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. The government cannot miss this opportunity, but we are very optimistic that by the next hearing, as the judge said, that one, he will be granted bail. He hasn't committed any crime in this country that will continue to warrant his illegal detention. So we are calling on the government of President Ahmed Tinubu to do the right thing and not be held hostage like the former President Buhari did because of his own personal bias against the Igbos and against Nnamdi Kanu. So I'm calling on all Igbos, wherever they are, to remain calm. This man will walk away free one day to the glory of God. Thank you.
The way he's been treated as a former presidential candidate and as a traditional, the president of a traditional authority, I am saying it is about time that the young man is allowed to go home, because allowing him to go home cannot cause any more problem. The way it is, I am optimistic and I'm hopeful that in no distant time he will get full bail. But going by the directives of the court is neither, because the judge refused to take him to Kuje prison, and they said there are other places that he can be taken to. So it's like halfway home, and we believe it's going to be done, and to the glory of God, and to peace in Nigeria and the Southeast. We thank all of you. Thanks. Godson Okoye, former presidential candidate.